welcome back to another episode of Ongoing History of Beer. I'm your hostess, Tiffany, and today I've got a lovely guest from London, Ontario, so we're stretching a little bit further out from where we usually are. And Emma's in from Anderson Craft Ales.
Hi.
Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
I've had a lot of lady guests lately.
Yeah, I love it. Get the ladies in beer.
Fun. Yeah, there's a lot to choose from, a lot of rad ladies doing good things in beer.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So you guys are in London.
We are.
We're in London. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. We're in the Old East Village in London.
Okay.
So it's kind of near the Western Fair. That's the big name everyone knows out there.
Right.
So we are just off of Elias Street. Right near, we're in the new hub is what people have been calling it, the brewery industry distillery district hub.
Right.
With a couple other breweries out there, and
Awesome.
then distillery, and I think another one in the works being built right now.
Oh, cool.
All within like 500 meters of each other.
I
They're
think that's
so
great 'cause
close.
it brings more people in, right? I feel like
Absolutely.
it's not about competition at that point. You're making a destination for people to come.
Yeah, it's just a
and
big
drink good
community
beer.
now. We're all just best
Yeah.
friends and neighbors.
I was gonna
It's
say.
so fun.
It's probably a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
And how long has Anderson's been open for?
Just over 3 years. So
Okay.
we will be celebrating our 4th anniversary party this summer.
Excellent.
You can look for that in August.
August. Wonderful. That's a good time of year to have a nice outdoor parking lot party.
It's
Is that kind of
actually a parking lot party.
A big
It's a
event last
fun
summer.
one.
Oh,
yeah, I
good.
think I'd say around 1,000 or so, maybe
Yeah.
more people are there.
Yeah.
One day only. Come, drink. We have usually over like 50 different beers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's super fun.
fantastic. All yours? Or do you guys bring in other people?
Ours specifically, and then we do bring in at least one beer from every brewery in London.
From the neighbors.
Yeah, from the neighbors.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's your role at Anderson's?
So I am the event manager, and then I also run the social media accounts,
Okay.
and then do the charity outreach part of it,
Cool.
too.
So it is you that I'm talking to. Sometimes I never know who's on the other end.
Always me or emailing.
Yeah, emailing and
Or
chatting.
chatting on, if you're DMing Anderson, you're talking to me.
Yeah, it's kind of nice having these different avenues. I realize, like, through people's roles or the few things that I do now. I'm like, oh wait, it's Tiffany today from, and then I have to remember where, like what I'm calling
Where
for.
am I from right
Yeah,
now?
why am I calling you today?
Yeah.
Which way is this from?
Yeah.
And tell me a bit about Anderson's. Like, why did they started, or why did it kind of become a thing, or what's the little bit of history?
Yeah, so it is a very family-owned, family morals, that's all we are. So Gavin Anderson, the president and head brewer there, actually got a brewing...
President, do we call him president?
Oh, we call him president.
I love it.
Absolutely.
He's a great guy.
He's so fun. Yeah, he got a brew kit, like an at-home brew kit for Christmas one year, and then apparently he was good at it. So he and his family, so the whole Anderson clan, decided, let's go for it, and they opened it up. And it just kind of took off.
Yeah.
But it's still the same, like all the family house apart. All of it, like both his siblings, his wife, their significant
I've
others.
met most people throughout there too, like visit, like everyone's
they're
at the
there
brewery.
all the time. Yeah,
And the dad's
if they're
a
not,
riot.
Jim is great.
Yeah, he's a very, very nice man.
Yeah, they're always there. If they're not working, they're there just having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. And you guys have a big space actually too, like a lot to still grow. I feel like fermenters have been added, I think, since you've started, but like you have that really nice height of a building and still a lot of space to grow before having to even consider.
Definitely, yeah.
I feel like moving a brewery is not like ideal on anyone's list, but you have a lot of room to grow
I don't think
into.
we want to do that,
Yeah.
but yeah, we will keep growing at this rate. They just added in a new brew house so that we can do more.
Oh, cool.
More, I think we're up to 3 brews a day.
Yeah.
Which was a lot more than what we were able to do before.
That's a long day.
It's a long day, but with the system now, it's not as long as it would be before.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. And then there is a tap room for people to visit too, right?
Tap
They can
room,
come and
yep.
sit down and.
Yep, and we just opened up our kitchen, actually, Eat Away. So 3 chefs came in and we built a kitchen, and they are owning it in there. It's
great.
fantastic. The food is amazing.
Interesting.
It's so good. So
It hasn't been that long since I've been there, but maybe it has been because I didn't know
the
about
kitchen
any of this.
opened around September.
Okay.
But it's only open at this moment Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights after 5. Or, sorry, Thursday, Friday nights after 5, and then Saturday, Sunday all day.
Fun.
We're open Tuesday till Sunday.
Yeah.
But hopefully in the near future we'll be able to have food all the time, but at the moment that's where it is.
I think that's a really smart idea for breweries too. I have seen it before where you build the kitchen and you rent it out, because not everyone, I mean, there's probably some people there that could run a restaurant and a brewery, but it is very different things, and you might not have interest in that, and you want them both to be good, right? So I think it's a great opportunity to have someone run it out.
I don't know if we would have been the best ones to decide to start cooking food, but the team with Eat Away, they're super talented chefs. They all work for Fanshawe College as well, so they know their stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're gonna get into a beer. I usually like to get into one after break, so I'm gonna wait for that. But I'd like to touch on the branding too. We've got about 2 minutes left before we head up to that. But I love the simplicity of it. And I remember at first time kind of giving it, maybe not a hard time, but being like, oh, but then I'm like, no, it's consistently like that. And I think it's a beautiful way to look at a can, and it still grabs my eye on the shelf and stuff too.
Yeah. So one of the best parts of it is, with craft beer, obviously, can art is a huge part of the industry. And I love it, and it's beautiful, but you'll never miss the white can, because I'm in a sea of colors and patterns and all the different drawings there is. And then there's our little shorty white can right there.
Yeah, I love it.
You can't miss it.
No, and it still says something. It's still like a strong brand. You know what you're getting, because sometimes in all the colored cans, I mean, I'm one for buying anything that grabs my eye as well, but like sometimes you get tricked by that. So I do like the consistency.
I have been tricked, but yeah, it's the same thing with our names. Like we're just clear, clean, right to the point. So the IPA is called IPA. Yeah. Cream ale. Like
cream ale too. You would do like just have to start doing sequels.
We're gonna have to eventually. Yeah. But yeah, those core ones, you're never gonna get. The farthest we really stray is like the winter. So the winter is a Belgian ale, but we call it winter.
So tasty.
That's when it's available.
I may or may not have had a little sample of that before, and it was
maybe.
It was quite
It's
nice.
a good one.
Yeah.
I think I might have given you one at last one.
And in the short cans, I love it. I think they're coming back. They make it easier to drink. You can sample more beers, and I don't know, they just fit nicely on that shelf of my fridge that doesn't necessarily hold my tall beers, and they just fit in my hand. And you can share them when people come over. I don't know. I'm a fan of the small can as well. So, saying that, we're going to have a little discussion during the break about which one we're going to drink. We're going to open a can right after the break, and we're going to chat a little bit more about Anderson's, where you can find them, what they're up to over the winter, and we'll be right back.
Dear everybody, you'll see thousands of images today. Here are 3 you won't see.
A girl who uses a walker eating ice cream with her friends.
A young woman with a prosthetic leg modeling the latest denim trends.
A kid who uses a wheelchair busting a dance move.
You're influenced by the images you see and the ones you don't. It's time to include disability in the picture. Sign Holland Bloorview's Dear Everybody agreement and help create a world without stigma for kids and youth with disabilities. Visit deareverybody.ca.
Mom, it's Dad. He's not how I imagined him. He's not used to having people around. I know what's happening.
You got no idea what's happening here.
The Japanese are planning something bigger.
So what's the target?
We believe it's Midway.
We need to throw a punch so they know what it feels like to be hit.
I never thought I'd know that feeling. To be in love. Because for us, it was a crime. Someone had to respond to the tabloids. So I wrote letters, challenging every misconception about homosexuality. 9 homes, 7 dogs, 47 years together, and still not spouses under the law. So we took our fight to the Supreme Court.
Jim Egan and Jack Nesbitt await a verdict on their fight for spousal rights.
Hello. We lost our case, but we made a difference.
As a result of Jim Egan's case, the Supreme Court ruled that sexual orientation is protected under the Charter of Rights, a landmark victory for the LGBTQ2 community.
welcome back to Ongoing History of Beer. I am Tiffany, and we've got Emma here from Anderson's. Yay! I'm like, did she shake these first?
No, but they are very full cans.
Yay,
always.
full cans. They are always. I love that.
Oh.
So thank you for bringing some beer to share today.
Absolutely.
And to tell everyone out there a little bit about. So we both kind of cracked a cream ale because we're just, we're still working.
Yeah.
We thought we should keep this
keep
this civil,
professional.
So a nice cheers, a light cheers to you. Thanks for bringing this beer. And why don't you tell us a little bit about the cream ale, as well as the other beers you brought or whatever you guys brew.
For sure. So the cream ale is our probably a fan favorite between the cream ale and the IPA. Those are our two #1 beers and are close, near and dear to our heart. Mm-hmm. The cream ale actually won the Canadian Brewing Awards in 2018. It won gold for cream ales, so that was really cool, and its big claim to fame. Mm-hmm. I think these still have a medal.
It is delicious.
Yeah,
it still is a little bit like dry and crisp. It's not overly sweet.
No.
I'm not sure that I know exactly what cream ales are, but I always think back to the old school beers of cream ales, and I think they're getting maybe kind of overlooked a little bit in craft, but I think it is absolutely delicious.
Yeah, a classic cream ale should be like nice and clean, really crisp, light. Mm-hmm. Like you're not
still some cereal and like a little bit of flavor in there.
Yeah, a little bit bready. So it's a pre-prohibition style. That's where it came from, and
I forgot how much I enjoyed that.
It's a good. That one's probably my probably it is my go-to. My favorite beer is the winter, but when you just need something, that's the one I'm gonna crack to watch a hockey game with.
Yeah. So tell me a bit about the winter.
The winter, it is
your first love.
It is my first love. It's one of the ones that it's new this year. So we've always had a winter, but we changed it. It was a spiced ale, so it was kind of an amber last year, and then this year we did a Belgian ale, and it just blew me out of the water. I don't know what it was about it, but it's kind of caramelly and it's dark chocolate, and it's just you take a sip and you feel all warm inside. You're so happy.
It was a beautiful beer. I think I got to try this at I Heart Beer. Am I grabbing the right one, right?
Yeah.
And it's just 6, which is nice too, because sometimes
it's not too heavy.
When you get into those Belgian styles, or I think even just the name a winter warmer or a winter beer makes you think of a higher ABV. And I did find it not overly, which again, this is sort of a funny way to say, but not overly Belgian-y. So I don't think the esters perhaps is the right way to say were overpowering, but it was very, very nicely balanced. And I feel like I could drink a lot of that beer too.
I find with probably the same thing with most Belgians. I'm like, I love them and I have one, but then I'm full and I'm over it and I'm
filling
to go.
Right.
Whereas these I can have more than one. I'll leave it at that.
A little biased, but it's also very true.
Yes, I am definitely biased, but it's so good. Yeah. I don't know what to do about it. I feel the same way about the autumn. That one was also a great one.
I am a fan. I'm not just saying that. I am a fan of your beers.
Thank you.
They're just solid beers. Now, where can we get these besides at the brewery? So, heaven forbid it's a Monday and the brewery's closed, the one day a week.
The worst day of the week.
The worst day of the week. You guys are all in there anyway.
I was going to say, I'm
working,
sitting in there the whole time. But you can't come in, so don't try.
Okay.
We are in most LCBOs. So in London, you'll find us in all the LCBOs.
Right.
And surrounding areas, we've gotten into quite a few of them. If we're not in the LCBO you're in, you can ask for us. They'll bring it in.
Cool.
But the beers I brought here are the ones that are in the LCBO right now. So we've got our winter, our seasonal is always there. And then the hazy IPA right now, the regular IPA and the cream ale. So those are...
It's a nice little portfolio.
Yeah. Depending on the LCBO you're in, some don't carry the full stock, so it's usually the cream ale and the IPA are your safe bets that will be there.
Yeah.
And then hopefully the others.
And then are they sold as a 6-pack in the LCBO as well, or 4 or 6?
6, yeah.
I like it. It's just bringing me right back to that easy decision of going in and grabbing a 6-pack.
Yeah, grab a 6-pack cream ale and you're set. That's all I need. I'm happy. That's what I go for. So.
I like it.
Yeah.
So how did you get into beer?
Yeah, so when I moved to London for school to do social work, which is nothing to do with beer, I actually started working at Beer Town, London as a hostess. And the girl, Lisa, if you're watching this, you're an angel, who got me my interview there, actually had my job with Anderson prior to me.
Okay.
And so I worked with Beer Town and I loved it, and I dabbled in at Railway City and liked it there
I didn't
too.
know that. Okay.
And I've walking around.
Yeah.
And then I was working, and Lisa let me know, and another friend of mine who worked for Anderson as well let me know, and they're like, hey, like, Lisa's moving away. You want to do event management? So cool. And I absolutely did.
Yeah.
So I met Gavin, and we clicked pretty quickly, and
nice.
The rest is history.
Did you finish school?
I did finish school, yes.
Not that that matters. I was just curious.
This was all after school. So I worked through Beertown all through school.
Right.
And then finished school, traveled around for a bit, figured out what I wanted to do. Moved countries a couple times. And then came home, got back into beer, had a good time.
Yeah, that's cool. Connections are so important like that too, but then timing, right? Like staying in touch with everyone.
I know, it's so funny how it worked out.
Building that friendship, and then it's nice when they have your back, or they're like, oh, I know the perfect person.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how she was. She was like, I can't believe like it just worked out so well that you happened to be like looking for a new job at the exact time that she was moving away. And yeah, it worked out really, really well.
Into the Anderson crew quite well.
Yeah, we have a good time over there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So we have just over a minute left. I know that just from working with you through some festivals that you guys tend to do a lot too. So that's somewhere else that people can kind of look out or look for your tent, your branding while they're out to sample your
the bright white tent in a sea of black tents.
Yeah, right. I guess that's true.
we do stand out there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at most festivals.
Okay.
In the areas that we can get to. Ontario, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Basically, we're up in Muskoka, we're out in Ottawa, we're out here. Trying to think, we're in Toronto this weekend, so that'll be exciting. And then basically every weekend from now until September. If you're at an event, you'll see me, and it's great.
Good. I guess it is quite busy now. It used to be more summertime, I think, right? But now it's like year-round. We've got some great beer festivals.
Everybody's like, oh, winter festivals.
Yeah.
So it's just loaded up.
Yeah. Well, we're Canadian. We should have winter.
I know.
Maybe a few more outdoor.
This is the last one that I have outdoor until the summer, which I'm okay with because it's quite cold.
It is a long day.
It's a fun festival.
Standing around.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is. Awesome. Well, yeah, this is quite delicious. So thanks again for bringing these beers in and joining me all the way from London, Ontario today.
Absolutely. Thanks for bringing me down.
Yeah. And it's been fun working with you and kind of getting to know you a little bit over the time. And for anyone that's looking for Anderson beer, like you said, available in the LCBO.
Yep.
Available at the tap room.
Available at the tap room. We're in most bars. If the bar you're frequent at doesn't have us, tell the bartenders.
Perfect. Cheers to you. Thanks again, Emma.
Thank you.
Coming up next is Dre. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Dave Carroll, host of Brant Life. Join me every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. for a brand new show featuring you and your stories and the things you care about right here on Brant Life on Rogers TV.